Okay. Um, so there is like a bazillion things that I want to pick your brain about. But first of all, since we are kind of on the topic of directors, I would like for you to, because remember how we talked last time, how I kind of want to make it a little bit more special, and instead of just throwing it out there and saying, you know, what 50 people would like to be in Director Bound right now, I'd like to have them nominated. I want to try that for maybe a couple months. And, you know, people that you have heard, you know, say, yeah, I would like to be a director, or you see the potential in, you know, they have the sales, or they, you know, have started recruiting, or, you know, whatever that is. If you guys could message me your potentials, that way I can reach out to them, because I really would like to start doing something like a breakfast club with them, with a few of them, where, you know, if they live around here, great, but if they don't, I would like to do it where, you know, we can sit down and have our donuts or coffee together on, you know, a Saturday morning, and just talk with them about, okay, what do your calendars currently look like? You know, do you have those 8 shows booked on it? Are you, you know, reaching out and going to have those 2 recruits for the month, you know, and stuff like that. So I would like to have that happen. So if you guys wouldn't mind to message me that information, that would be great. So because I think I'm going to start the Director Bound at maybe next Monday. So if you guys can get them to me, and then I can start reaching out to people, and that way I can do a call. Monday call for Director Bound. Okay. All right. So I know that you all have heard me talk about, you know, this month going for our executiveship. Is that a word? Again, because we haven't hit it the last 2 months. Okay. So I would like for us to be able to hit that this month. So I know that we can. It will just take us being active this month. So, which is a good thing for all of our directors, because I do not want to lose any directors this month. Okay. So that is our goal. We're not losing anyone. We are going down fighting. We will hit our directorship this month. So that is our goal. So, with that being said, I also need your goals for this month. And I want to be sure that with your personal team's goals, you know, what you're wanting to hit as far as recruits and your sales. And be sure that you're not just giving that number to me, but that is a number that is in front of your teams as well. You know, so that you are sharing with them what your goals are too. Okay, so, you know, hey, this is our sales goal. Here's what we're going for this month. Here's how many recruits that we're going to be trying for this month. Because I know you guys have heard me say it over and over and over again, but recruiting fixes everything. And I really do mean that. Okay, so when you are recruiting and you are having new people joining your team, it is helping your sales. You know, it is helping your team, and it's helping everything. Okay, so be sure that you're making that a goal every single month, because even if us as directors recruited at least one person a month, that's 17 people joining our team. And that's not even our consultants getting recruits. Okay. So, And honestly, I mean, our teams, when I started Lead last year, and I was forced to basically make the commitment of 8 shows a month and 2 recruits, it completely changed my business, obviously. Okay. Because that is where it started. I've been asked over and over and over again by executives, by consultants, by so many people. I was asked to speak on the Lead Plus call the other day for all of the Lead Plus people. And Judy Jewell said, I just want you to explain to them, how you did it. And it started out with me committing that I was going to do 8 shows and 2 recruits a month. And that started changing my business. Okay. So, and when your team sees you recruiting like that, they will start recruiting like that. Okay. They're going to see your leadership and they're going to see what you're doing and they're going to follow suit. Okay. So, make it your goal, to have 8 shows and 2 recruits. And even if you end up getting 1, that's better than none. So, I would like to, and I kind of want to pick your guys' brain about that, because I feel like 8 and 2 is so important for our teams. I was going to get your guys' opinion about what we could possibly do for our organization for people that hit 8 and 2. Or even make it into 2 separate categories. Maybe make it into people that recruit 2 or more each month. And then maybe make it into another category for people that do 8 shows a month. Because I just feel like that is truly when your business starts changing. And I mean this, in my 5 years, you can do anything in Pampered Chef as far as you can hit excellence, you can hit trips, you can hit anything you want in this business with 8 shows a month. Anything. Any rewards that they put out there, you can hit it if you have 8 shows a month. So, it will really
keep them together. I mean, because if you're getting 8 shows a month, you're going to be getting 2 recruits. If you're, you know what I mean? Like, you want to have both. So I say reward both. I mean, that was the big thing for me with Lead, was if it was just, 8 shows or 2 recruits, there were lots of times where I'd only have 8 shows and 1 would fall off. And if that wasn't a requirement, I would just go, oh, okay, who cares, and move on. But because it was a requirement, I worked hard and strived to pick up an extra show, which sometimes would be, that show that you needed that would get you the bookings or get you that extra recruit. So me personally, I say it's, a reward for whoever can do both, because you should strive for both. I think it makes you hungry.
What do the rest of you think?
I agree with that.
So what do you guys think that we should do? What do you think that we should do for 8 and 2? Any suggestions?
No.
I don't know how this would work for long distance, but I know a lot of directors post, they do theirs for like the Who's Green by 15, I think, but like they have like a get together with the higher ups, like a dinner, and you take them out to dinner or whatever, and all of the directors, chip in, or you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know how we would do that with our long distance friends, but
so should we do it like a certain amount of months? Should we do it?
I think they did it like every quarter, like once a quarter, everyone that hit it got to go to like the special, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure how they did it, but it always sounded fun. You get to go out and have a special dinner with the director team or whatever, but that's just an idea.
Anyone else have any ideas?
Well, I was thinking if you could do it a certain amount of like you were saying, however many times you did it a certain amount of time, a certain amount of months. I just don't know how. You're talking about everybody, right? Not just directors,
right? Everybody,
right?
Not just directors. Everybody.
I don't know how you would ever handle people that were new to not exclude them. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was like you only had to hit it, because like if you say, oh, okay, if you hit it in 3 out of the 4 months in the quarter, Well, the problem is, what if they're only a consultant for 2 of those months? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I can't wrap my head around.
I almost think just like hitting it once in a quarter, because how many times do we have people hit 8 and 2? I mean, and
Not
even
very
if
often.
not very often,
I
and
wanna
so
do
you hit
this.
it
Right. Because if we're
once.
if we're challenging them, I mean, we haven't put it out there that much, so why would 8 and 2 really ever be a goal for them? Because we've never made it a priority, if that makes sense. It's never really been something that we've talked about or, talked about how we could change the business. That's why I want to do something for 8 by 2, because I know personally that it will completely change your business when you do 8 and 2.
What if you were to do like each month that you hit 8 and 2, your name gets put into a drawing, and then once every quarter you draw out of the pot, and then you have a larger prize. Like you could we could all chip in $5, and then it's Pampered Chef bucks, or it's a large amount, like $50 or $75 or whatever. But us directors all chip in.
That's good. If you're new, you may not have as many entries, but at least it doesn't exclude you.
Exclude you, yeah. Does everyone like that idea?
Yeah.
So what would the times be as far as quarter? So January to,
I think we could even do it twice a year. What do you think? Like
you could do spring launch, fall.
No, I think it needs to be more than twice a year, because they need to see a payout, a reward.
I'm afraid if there's too much time, they're just going to go, oh, well, I'm not going to hit this month. I've got 6 more to go or whatever,
right.
But if we do it every quarter, it could be like
March.
every
3 to
that
4.
makes sense.
And I wish there was a reward that we could do that's different from the rewards we currently do. I mean, what if they're not the kind of person, or maybe, I don't want them to get just so used with handing out PC bucks and handing out products.
We could even do like a Visa gift card, and then it can be used for Pampered Chef if they want it, or it can be used wherever.
Yeah, if you didn't want it to be like, I know Melody doesn't like generic, but if it was like, you could tell them they could pick a such and such dollar gift card to the restaurant of their choice and just let them pick. 'Cause if they're out of town, I mean, you can go to Lowe's and get a gift card to just about any restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, it could even be a store. I mean, what if they wanted Target? And honestly, for that matter, you can order those off of Amazon, can't you, and ship them straight to somebody's house?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's okay. For instance, in LEAD, they don't give you any gifts or monetary value to achieve it, but everyone strives to do it, and it's just like the bragging rights and that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I'm all for giving gifts, but I just wish there was something else that would also be an incentive that wasn't just handing them a generic gift card.
Taylor wants intrinsic motivation for these people to just do good.
Something. I mean, you got to think, everyone in the LEAD program does it. I mean, so something's working with it.
But the only difference between LEAD and our team is LEAD, you're getting all the trainings, you're getting all the benefits, you're going to home office, you're getting, you know what I mean? Like,
true.
Between, so you're excited to stay in the program because all the benefits. So if we're not really offering, anything additional for the people, then I would be, you know what I mean? I would love to just say, well, I think you guys should do it too. And I think that is great. But
I just want people to achieve, not because we're giving them something, but because they want to.
That's the teacher in you.
Coming from a teacher.
Yeah. You're like, I just want you to find it in yourself. So if we broke it up into quarters, it's going to be January through March, April through June, July through September, October through December. So it's 4 times a year. So basically we could tell them that we're starting out the July through September now. So it'd be July, August, September. And then at the end of September, we could draw the names from the people that are in it, and we could do a gift card or, a Visa gift card or whatever. Does that sound Does that sound good? Thumbs up. Yvette, what do you think?
I'm thinking how much I'm struggling just to hit that goal myself. So I don't know what it would be worth. What do I need besides my own self-motivation to get there? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I really have a lot of a voice in that just because I'm not doing that myself. Not that I don't want to, but it's just not happening. So, I don't know. I'm just thinking the wheels are going in my head of what it would take for me to get that myself and to get people on my team there because they're not there at all.
I agree with that, but I think a lot of people haven't heard the 8 and 2 because I knew, like Shelly's mentioned to me that lead is 2, but I didn't know anything about like the 8 parties a month. So like even for me, I haven't had, like I haven't been striving to have 8 parties a month because I didn't even know that part myself.
Right.
So I haven't even been able to share that with my team.
Right. And that I can tell you, you're not the only one not doing 8 and 2 right now. So
I mean, I'm excited when I have like 6 a month. So
right. I just know. I was on a call the other day with a team that just hit national executive. And that is one of the things, and they've both been in lead. Her and she, Claudia Bizarre, who I know you'll see at conference, but she also hit senior executive. So she, after executive, goes senior executive, then national. And so these two are on the same team. So one of them hit national, and then Claudia, who's below her, she hit senior executive. And so they did a call for the executives the other day, and they were just talking about what they did for their teams that helped them get there, help make them successful. And since both of them were in lead, that's one of the things that they said they really focused on was the 8 and 2, and then it kind of clicked in me. I was like, well, duh. I mean, obviously if 8 and 2 is what made me successful, why wouldn't I want that for our team, for you as directors? So that's why I wanted to throw that out there to you guys, because I feel like the more people that we have on our team that understand that 8 and 2 make you great, then it really is a very good thing for your business, then I feel like that's just going to make us more successful all around, because I mean, it will make people hit trips. It'll, help with excellence. It'll get you your paycheck. I mean, imagine if you had 8 shows a month, what your paycheck would look like as well. So there's a lot of things that would change in your business when you start doing 8 and 2. So I feel like, across the board, that's something that would just make us all more successful. So something else I want to throw out that a lot of teams are starting to do, that the same executive team started doing, did it on a call. So then I know Sharon Zellen's doing it now, and some other people are doing, is they're doing the Green by 15, but what they're doing is they're taking their team, basically, anyone on the organization, and they're setting up this separate group. So when your team gets to be, like when different people get to be green, they go on our team page and say, I'm green for the month. And then you take those people and you put them in this secret group. And up until the 15th of the month, they do like 4 or 5 drawings of different products and giveaways for the month. And basically it's just to really encourage people to get green by 15. And so
no, I'll never get to be in that group.
Shelly.
I'll be so sad. I won't get to play.
You have that choice, my dear. You have that choice.
I know.
So I wanted to get your opinion, or if you feel like just the recognition of the Green by 15 and the 500 by 15 is going good right now, then we can stick with that. Or maybe we could do the 500 by 15 and then the secret group for those Green by 15. I wanted just to kind of get your opinion on if you think what we're doing is working, or do you think that we should try something else?
I think it seems to be going good. Like, I think people enjoy seeing their name on the team page tagged, and like the fact that you're doing a little, a giveaway or a drawing or whatever. I mean, don't you guys think?
Yeah, Marissa gets so excited for that drawing every single month.
So would you say it's motivating? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think, are people, do you think, we usually have several people usually over 20 at least, that have hit $500 in sales by the 15th of the month. So, there are a lot of, and I have had people that have like messaged me the night before and they're like, I'm going to miss that 500, drawing by, one day. And, so I feel like, okay, it probably is working, but I didn't know if you guys thought we should do this additional or just keep doing what we're doing for now. And if at one point we see that we need to do something, change it.
When I first saw it, I thought that it was a requirement, and I asked Melissa, and she was like, "No, it's just you get it."
It's a requirement, Marissa.
Like, oh yeah.
Right? No, but I like seeing my name, and I still at the end of the year, and I just waiting for my name to. I think it's motivating. Waiting for a year for her name to be drawn.
You know what I do, Marissa? This is what I do. Whoever I'm currently talking to on the 16th, I say, just randomly, pick a number between 1 and 25. And they're like, okay, this number. And I number everyone on my list. And whoever's I pick, that's how I do it. So it's completely random. There is no competition whatsoever. The list is never the same, the order is never the same, and the number is never the same. So, and they're always like, why did I pick a number? I was like, oh, you just picked our 500 by the 15th. They're like, oh, who won?
That's funny.
Okay, so we'll keep doing what we're doing. I'll go on probably tonight and announce those that are currently, so we can go ahead and get that recognition going. What do you think as an organization our goal should be for this month? We hit 103,000 last month, but obviously that was down. I think we hit 115,000 the month before. Obviously that was down a little bit, but June, thank goodness it's gone. So what do you think should be our organizational goal for July? Thoughts?
Well, do you base it on like what all of us, do you think we should start basing what all of us as a team, like what we make our team goals as?
Team goals? I will be honest, it is very, very close. When you guys give me those numbers, it's pretty close to what we typically say.
Because what I was wondering, like, because if you think about it, the way I base my team goal is like, I think about if all of my directors qualify, just say they just qualify.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I personally, like if my personal team qualifies, and then I think, okay, how much over that do I think we're going to do as a whole? You know what I'm saying? To kind of figure out where I'll be at.
Right. We can do that. We can wait and see where each of your individual goals end up, and we can add it up and do it that way if you want to.
They're realistic with their goals.
You guys know your teams and where they're at, so what they're capable of. But I know this, our goal is always to see growth, because if we're not challenging things and hoping for growth, then that's when we start to get in trouble. So I know we're always striving for growth, obviously, because if you're adding people to your team every month, we're hoping our sales are going up. Because honestly, that's why I say season 2, because one is maintaining. One person being added to your team is considered maintaining it. Okay, because you're always going to have people that are dropping off. Okay, I don't just look at the people that we are adding, and our goal for recruits. I also look at how many are dropping off each month, because if we have 15 people joining and we have 15 dropping, then we haven't changed. Okay, so you should be looking at your end count number of, okay, you know, who's actually producing, who are we recruiting, and who's falling off, you know, because it's going to happen. It's the nature of the business. You're going to have those that stay, and you're going to have those that don't. Okay. So, all right. That was really loud. Okay, so if you guys can message me your organizational, your team goals and your sales by tomorrow evening, then I can post on our team page what that goal is for our organization as far as sales wise. All right, so I need to know, I was on the phone with Jane Miller yesterday from home office. I was driving home from baseball practice and she called me and I saw a Chicago number. I was like, okay, he's calling me from Chicago. But Jane Miller, she has the red hair. I know you guys will see her up on stage. She works a lot with the new consultant programs for Pampered Chef. Those of you that went to Director Day in Texas, you saw me sitting with Jean and Carol and at the table during the So during that conversation, I told Jean that I felt like the new consultant training was overwhelming when you looked at the 600 pieces for the first call. And when Sharon Zellen tells me on the phone, Melody, that scares the crap out of me, I know it's too overwhelming. So I told Jean that I was coming up with that checklist that I gave to you guys. And so she had Jane Miller call me yesterday and talk to me about our new consultant, training.
Is this the Evernote thing?
What? Yes.
Is the Evernote thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's what I'm getting ready to show you guys, because here's what Jane told me. Jane told me they're coming up with a new consultant program, and she said what I am doing is spot on for what they're coming up with at home office. She said it's almost exactly what they are coming up with too. I sent her the document today, but she said that the biggest problem that they're having in Pampered Chef right now with new consultants is what's happening is these new consultants that have just joined are having new consultants join their team. They're not getting the proper training that they need, and then they're falling off. So the ones that they're recruiting them typically aren't falling off, but the ones that they recruited are falling off. So that's why I want to go over the new consultant training with you guys, and I want to be sure that you guys are comfortable with it. And if you're not comfortable with it, let me know and I will do the call for you. And on that document the Evernote document is one of our new consultants' calls that I recorded. That's the very first thing at the top is me doing a new consultant training. And so basically you could print off that checklist. So let me pull it up here and show it to you guys so you know exactly what I'm talking about, because to me, this is one of the most important, oh wait, hold on, is it right here? Okay, I'm gonna go here. Let me sign back in because this was from earlier. Okay, so on it. There we go. Okay. So can you guys see this? So when you open it up in Evernote, this is what you're going to see. It's going to say do new strong start call. I don't know why this is Do you guys hear all that background noise?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, here, I'm gonna mute you guys for just a second, and then I'll let you guys ask questions. Okay. I never like muting you guys because then I feel like I'm so far away. Okay, let me go back to share screen here. Okay, so here's what, when you click on the Evernote document, here's what you're going to see, the new consultant checklist. Okay, so it says do the new consultant's strong start call. Here's a checklist to do while on the call with your new consultants. Here's a video of me doing the new consultant call. Okay, so if you want to watch me actually do one, here's me doing one. Okay, then right down here, this is the document, this is, it's going to say, are you wanting to leave Evernote? Yes, continue. Okay, so
Successful December party.
this is
with
the new consultant strong start call right there.
Before January ended, and I thought I'd better get on it. I was, you know, assessing finances and whatever, but so I'm a single mom. I currently have my 18-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter at home.
Okay. So this here is going to be that document. Okay, so this is the checklist. I would love for you guys to print this out, and have it by your desk. I suggest having a binder with your new consultants even in it. So you can say, I've done the first call, I've sent them, whatever. So basically it just goes through and it's just a checklist. Okay, welcome, introduce yourself. Get to know them, ask them about their family, what they like to do. Just getting to know them a little bit, finding out their why and their income goal. But basically what I did was I went through that new consultant strong start and I pulled information out and I made it basically into more of a checklist, a list of stuff rather than all these documents and stuff that you have to read. So that's going to be that. So you can watch the call. You can, look at this list as you're doing it. If you want me to help you do a call with your next new consultant on your team, let me know. Because what I want to do is anyone that joins our team, if I get notification or they post on our team page, I just had someone join our team. This document needs to be the very first thing that you're doing with those team members. Okay, so pulling this up and being sure that they have a good start, because that's what's going to help people stay on your team is a strong start. Okay, if they don't get the help they need from the very beginning, it is very hard to get them to stay. Okay, so doing this, this call with them, and then this document here, this has a welcome video of me, how to set up their direct deposit, just some of those things there. Those are all those different videos that I took a while back that you can send with them too. So after I do this call and I have this document out, then the next thing that you can send them is this link right here that's going to have some of the videos. Add them to our executive team page, add them to the new consultant page, and then here is a list of trainings. These are the Facebook trainings that we did, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this will take them to the past events on our team page, and it will take them to each of these trainings. Okay, so the reason I did it this way rather than running it again is because there's a lot of people that have commented and asked questions already on here. So if they have a question, then they can click on some of the comments and they can maybe get their question answered this way. Okay, so basically when you have a new consultant, save the link. I posted this on our director page the other day, so you should have this link. So save that link somewhere on your phone, somewhere in your email, somewhere where when you have a new consultant, it's just like, okay, I'm going to go to this new consultant checklist and I'm going to be sure to get them all this information. Okay. So I did a new consultant call last night with someone. So I did the checklist. And then obviously I didn't need to send them that video because that's just of me doing it. So then I sent her this, I added her to the groups, and then I sent her these trainings. Okay. So those are going to be the very first things that you are doing with your new consultants.
Wait. So we don't send our new consultants this link?
I would, no, because that's going to say add them to your team page, add them to Team Hot Shots page.
So seriously?
Melissa's promoting director.
Seriously, just say seriously.
Yes.
Okay, so no, Melissa, this is basically anyone that is recruiting, I'm sending this to them. And I'm telling them to read this and do what it says on this checklist.
Oh, so you're wanting us to send this to people that are recruiting?
Yeah, I feel like, well, let me,
People that are recruiting, right? Not people you're recruiting.
Right. Okay, so are recruiting, not the ones that you're recruiting, the people that are the recruiters. Okay?
Okay.
So, but let's just say that someone new is on your team and they're getting their first recruit and they're super excited and they want to help them. Okay. What I would do for anyone that is new and has just recruited their first person, I would send them this checklist, but I would definitely do everything with them the first time. Okay. Because that's where it's getting lost. And that's where people are having trouble is they're getting these new people and they're not helping them at all. So that's where, as a director, when you have these people, if they're new people and they're recruiting, that's where you're going to say, hey, I really want to help you with your new consultant. I have a checklist and I have some stuff that I want to go over with you, and if you're not comfortable doing it, I want to do it. Okay. That's where we need to really be a team because I want to be sure because as, having a team of 230 people, I don't want people to get lost kind of in the mix. So that's where, if you're not comfortable helping people that are starting to recruit, then I definitely, want to help them. And it's not that you're going to help them every time. Once they feel comfortable doing this on their own, then you're making them that much stronger and they're going to become that much better of a recruiter. Okay. So training them once, and that's where Jane said, where you guys have watched me do this call. I know that Melissa's probably been on 15 of these new consultant calls watching me do them. She literally is on almost every single time I do a new consultant call. She's on there watching me. So, but that's how you learn and that's how you get comfortable with it. So if you're not comfortable with this training, then I want to help you get comfortable with this training. Okay. So
can I just say this is amazing because this document, which I know you probably posted this a while back and I've been a little behind the last 3 weeks, but I was going to say that I love this because I do the call with my new people and I'm good about sharing the link that has all the follow-up stuff that you made in Evernote about what to do as a new consultant.
Uh-huh.
And I've been doing that with my girls to share with their new girls, but we're totally missing out on I'm not doing the first call with my girls.
Right.
So I need to work on that and talk to my girls about doing that with their girls and making sure they can do that.
Right.
And then also training groups. I completely forgot about those. So probably anybody I've signed in the last 2 months has not been in those.
And it's not too late to share this just because, and that's where I wanted to talk with you guys and walk you guys through it because obviously this is new and I want you guys to be the best at this because I will tell you, I posted this on a director page the other day and I already had a ton of people asking me questions and because people need to know how to train their new consultants. That is where I think that we lack as a company. And that's why they're working on the new consultant training is we don't have a good enough system on how to train our new people. So
do you think this is a bad thing for us to share on our team pages necessarily and explain to our girls, even if we have to go live to do it or whatever, and be like, this is a resource we all need to be utilizing.
Right.
And this can help you sign new people because you won't feel so uncomfortable because, because some people don't know how to recruit. I mean, they may ask, but they're afraid to ask them because they're like, well, crap, what if they say yes?
Right. Right, exactly. Well, and that's where you always need to tell your new people and when I do the new consultant, I see your hand, Melissa. That's where when I do this new consultant training, I tell people, when you are going for fast track, I don't expect you to know how to recruit. I don't expect you to know what to say to them. That's where we come in. We will train you how to do the training. We don't expect you as someone new, when you have people joining, you don't even know stuff yourself. We don't want them training their new people. So that's where, I say to you guys, I say to any of our team members, when you first join, until you feel comfortable with doing this training on your own, because that's where I want us to get, like, this document is clockwork for us. Someone joins our team, we do the call with them. If they are, new to Pamper, that person's new to Pamper Chef, then we're doing it with them, so I just want it to get where, boom, this document is something we are always using and no one is getting, left behind, basically. And so, that's why I think it's not that complicated. I mean, there's 5 steps here and there's 3 training videos, so basically the first one is just a checklist, and then being sure that you add them to the teams, which we already do anyways, and then sharing these trainings with them. So I feel like between these things, I'm hoping that will give them a good base, because what I was finding is it was like, okay, join the new consultant page and then go on to PC University. And then this is on our team hotshot page, and then go to watch this video and then go do this. And they're just like, holy cow, like, what do I do? But this at least gives them, a couple different steps. Here you go. This is what you do. And this is their first, 48 hours or so. 48, the 3 training videos or 4 training videos, those may come a couple days after. But this is in their first week, okay? And then what you're doing from there is you're helping them with the actual, what I want are, I'm going to go back to stop share so I can see you guys again. What I want to see, Melissa, let me get your question first answered. And
okay, so are there 2 different Evernotes that you're discussing?
Not now. They're both in one. So there's this Evernote, and then that other document that took them to the different videos, that they could watch of me, is on that one I just showed you.
Okay, so I was thinking maybe I didn't mess up, but I have been for like the past 6 new people.
They're going to be trained poorly. I better call them.
I did a call with them. We did the steps, but I also sent them that entire.
Already screwed them up. Okay. No. As long as they're getting the information, it is fine. It's not a big deal. But that Evernote should be in this Evernote now. So that's just kind of a piece of, here's these videos. And that's basically, this Evernote is for you, the one I just showed you. That link of the Evernote is what you're going to be sending them to watch. So, so one's kind of for you and one's the link that you're going to be for them to watch. Okay.
So how many live calls are we still doing with this new Evernote?
Okay, so here is what I want you guys to do. So you're going to have that first call, which, there's the checklist and everything. The second call is basically in 48 hours after your first call. And it's basically, it can really honestly even be a text if you need it to, or it's like a 10-minute call at the most. It's not very long. So it is, I see your hand, Melissa. It is just, okay, how's your Frank's list going? How many parties did you get on your calendar? What were you able to accomplish in the last 48 hours? That's what that second call is. The third call is after their first show. If it's a virtual party, you should be calling them and saying, okay, tell me what went great. What were you super excited about your virtual party? Start with a positive. Then you can ask them, okay, what didn't go so good, or what do you want to change? Okay, so that's going to be kind of the third thing after they've had their first party. So the second and third call are not as, as much information as the first call, but it is a follow-up. But you're going to be talking with that new consultant weekly, every day, whatever anyways. Melissa, what's your question?
Well, it's a confession. I hate talking on the phone. It's crazy because my other business was selling health insurance. I talk on the phone all day long.
Right.
But maybe that's why I hate it. So with the second call, I have forgone that.
Mm-hmm.
I did a group messenger with all, like my last training, I had 3 new consultants on it. So I did a group messenger with all 3 of those consultants and then asked them, you know, how many people have they asked from their Franks list? How many bookings have they gotten? What avenues have they taken? What, you know, what kind of things, what do you call it? Difficulties have they run into? Just all of that. And so they kind of shared ideas and stuff with each other. I'm not saying it's working or not because I don't know yet, but I did that instead of a second call because I hate calling people.
I think that is fine. I think the first call needs to be a call because
Yes.
you need to know them. The second and third, I think a lot of that can be done, you know, through a messenger, through text, through that kind of stuff too. Because I will tell you, I'm not. Well, I mean, I am. I'm probably following up with like my new consultant that I talked to yesterday. I'm probably going to call her tomorrow and say, okay, you know, what were you able to get on your calendar? Here's when we need to start your virtual parties. Because that's something I was going to tell you guys too. Our goal when you have these new people starting, this is what I told her last night. I'm going to do 1 virtual party for you. I want you to start 2 on your own at the same time. So if they are starting with 3 virtual parties right away, that is helping them get in their business. You know, like right away, meaning like she just signed up and she's going to be running these virtual parties on Monday. Okay. So I told her, I said, I'm going to be walking you through this. I'm going to run one of these for you. And your job is to get 2 more that you're going to run at the same time as me. Yes, Kayla.
Okay, sorry, I was muted. So when you say you're running it for them, are you doing the posts?
I'm doing the
for
post.
them, like it says Melody Harper and it posts?
Right. Right. Yes, I'm doing one for them where they're like, I'm doing the posts and stuff. And then the other 2, I'm wanting them to try to do themselves. So I'm teaching them how to do, you know, the censure or whatever, but they're going to be the ones that are running it, posting it, and in charge of the comments and everything. And the other one, I'm just posting for them and they're in charge of the rest. So, but that way I'm participating and they can kind of see, I can kind of watch, you know, what they're doing and stuff like that. So I know some people do it different. I know some people don't run them at all. I know Melissa runs like their first 50 for them. So
Me.
I know.
She said your name.
Melissa, I know, like, and I was talking to Jessica the other day, and I know she does the same thing. She's like,
So literally, they're physically.
but I will tell you, like I was telling Jessica, now they just expect, like, yeah, they just expect her to run their parties for them, you know. So if you can do the one and just state from the beginning, I'm going to run your first, you're going to run 2 at the same time, then you get to fly from the nest and do your thing, you know. I mean, obviously we're there to help them, but they will feel more confident, I think. They need to be doing their own as well. And Melissa, I know that's going to be really hard for you.
It is really hard for me, and I'll tell you why it's really hard for me. Because I've promoted 4 directors, and those 4 directors, I've done a lot for them and everything for them and ran their parties as much as they did. Then I kind of let them do their own thing, and we started sucking. So I've taken control again, and I'm doing it all again. I have 24 parties that start on Saturday between some of us, and I have 4 host groups that I'm running. So, yeah.
There you go, ladies. And she works full time, and she runs 24 parties at once.
And 4 host groups.
I have a question.
Whatever you are comfortable with. If it's working for you, Melissa, keep doing it. If it stopped working for you, do it again. But whatever is working for you, I'm not saying change anything that you're doing, but I do feel like if you aren't having them start with 3 virtual parties right away, you know, then that's something I would like to encourage, along with cooking shows.
Yeah, I like the 3 virtual parties right away. We need to do.
At least it's giving them a goal. You're giving them, instead of just saying, hey, I'd like you to book some, hey, I want you to run some this month, you're saying, okay, this is what we're going to do. The next time I talk to you in 48 hours, I'm going to, you know, I want to know the 3 that we're doing. It gives them that set goal. Then you can work on, you know, the rest of the month, you know, their second group, whatever it is. Okay. For those of you that did not also see, have all of you been using the cooking show training with your team?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The here, I'm trying to show you. Hold on.
Okay.
This right here. This is the cooking show information. So it starts out with a, and by the way, what I'm going to do on our director page is I'm going to put this cooking show information and the new consultant training is in, it already is. I already did it. What am I talking about doing it? I already did it. It's in the pinned post on our team, our director page.
Awesome.
Okay, so if you're like, where's that stinking training at? The cooking show and the new consultant are right there. Okay.
I honestly, I guess I skipped out on this part. I didn't know you had this, but I'm loving it because I need it because I need to train somebody on cooking shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like ASAP.
So Melissa, you're not going to send them all this document. Okay. Just throwing that out there first. So, but like this, okay, this video right here on the top, this is how I learned how to do station style shows. No one taught me other than this first video. So, I mean, if they're interested in doing station style shows, if they watch this video alone, they're going to learn everything that taught me how to do one. Okay. Then here's me doing a cooking show here. So this is into 3 different parts. This is me doing the intro for the show, demonstrating the products, and tickets and closing for the show. Okay, it's in 3 different groups. So depending on what part you're wanting to watch, you don't have to watch my whole entire cooking show if you're just wanting to see like one part. Okay, so it's split into 3 parts there. Then this talks about taking packets because you need to be sure that your consultants are always taking host packets with them to their cooking shows. I do not let someone walk away from the show with booking a party without a packet in their hand. They have a date on my calendar. They have a packet in their hand. If they are like, oh, well, let me go home and check my calendar. I'm like, okay, typically what day of the month, what day works best for you? Weekends or weekdays? Let's go ahead and pencil you in. You check your calendar when you get home and let me know which date's going to work for you. You want them to walk away with a packet and a date. They're more committed that way. Okay, so that's just that little paragraph right there. This is a video if you're like, okay, now I've got to do these host coaching calls with a cooking show. I have no idea what in the heck I'm doing. This is a video of me doing 2 back-to-back host coaching calls with 2 cooking show hosts. Just in a month that I was doing a host coaching. So that's what that is. This right here is the host coaching information form. So this is what I fill out while I'm doing that host coaching call. So I have this on in front of me, and while I'm doing the call, I'm filling out this information form. Okay. And this here, this is the host information page. This is my packet. This is exactly what is in a packet that I give to my hosts. This is the host letter, the very first top document. This is, I say I give the host and guest special. I do give a receipt. I give the opportunity brochure and 2 catalogs. That's what's in my packet, all written down for you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I know this is cooking show information.
Mhm.
Do you do the same type of host coaching with a Facebook show?
Okay, I went live today and did a host coaching for a virtual party just today. And Kayla, do you have any idea how we can take that and save it? Do you guys know how we can take a live?
No, I don't.
I know there's a way to do it. Charlotte and a guy told me once. Maybe I'll message her and ask her. I'm not sure what that was.
Was it a Facebook Live post?
Was
it Facebook Live?
You're really like, wah, 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 wah. I feel like you're on Charlie Brown or something. That is, Kayla and I went live today and did an example of what a host coaching call would look like for a virtual party. We did that today, live.
It was awesome.
We rocked it. No. So she was asking me, I was the host and she was the consultant. So we did it that way. But I want to figure out a way to save that so that we can use it again. But we'll
So is it somewhere we can see it?
Yeah, just go to our team page.
Okay.
It's on there from today. We literally did it today. And so it's just her like calling me and like I'm doing a virtual party, and what she's preparing me, you know, for, and she did it in a way where where if you do groups or events, it works either way. So,
okay.
So she did it so you can do it for both. So how she did it was anyone that's doing a virtual, you know, first call with their host, here's what you say.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a host packet. Invites. Here's an example of my red stamp invite. Okay, so there's a picture. I download the app, so that's what I do for invites. I also make them some mini catalogs. I gave the link on how to get to the label that I put on my mini catalogs. It's on Pampered Chef, but I just linked it together. Obviously, you'll have to sign in. But this right here, if you want to do a mini catalog invite, if you click on this, it's going to take you to a form. I'll just show you, because it's pretty stinking cool if you haven't seen it before. It's probably going to make me sign in, though. Maybe not. Mini catalog, invite stickers. Boom, there they are. Watch this. This is so stinking cool. Okay, date, July 6th, time, 6 o'clock, post, awesome, melody, location, my house, phone. So see how every time I do it, it puts in the information. So you literally can fill out these in like a minute. Okay.
Do you know the label number of that template?
Say what?
Do you know the label number of that template? Like, you know, like it's a 8160.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. $81.64. They look like this. Okay, so they come, yeah. So you see that right there? So they come 6 to a sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, yeah, it's $81.64. So you can print this out. And I always ask my hosts, how many of these would they like me to send? You know, because everyone has those hosts that don't want to do the text invite, you know, they want to personally hand them out to some. So when if I did not give them a host packet at the party, then I'm mailing these mini catalogs in the host packet. If I did give them a host packet, then I take their mini catalogs, and Becca helps me with this. This is where I attach their host guilt cards, is what I call them. These little guys, these sweet little guys right here. And that's on down. I'll show you just a second. So this right here, if I already gave them a packet, I print out how many they told me, and then I stick this little envelope on the front of them. This is the guarantee you're keeping your party date with me guarantee. Okay. If I didn't give them a packet yet, I put their invites and this little envelope in the front with the rest of their packet information. Does that make sense? I can see 4 of you nodding. No, Kayla, shaking your head no.
Just say it one more time. So if you've already given them their host packet.
Right.
So then what are you giving them after
the mini catalogs, the mini catalog number that they said they want. Let's say that they said, yeah, give me 6. They usually say 5. I'll tell you, almost everyone says, yeah, give me about 5 of those. I'll say, okay, I'll give you 6 because that's how many on a sheet. Or if they say, give me 10, I'll say, okay, I'll give you 12 of them because that's how many a sheet. So I take those, I put them in an envelope, and then I stick this little guy on the front of it.
So where did those? So that little invite sticker just goes on the front of the mini catalog as the invite.
So like in the front of the mini catalog, like I'll put all the mini catalogs in there and I'll paper clip this to the front of that stack.
So you're
That
no
sticker goes on the
longer
back of the mini
doing-
catalog.
Oh, the sticker goes on the back of the mini catalog. Yes.
Right. You're no longer doing 50 invitations for them and mailing them. Is this in addition, or you're in lieu of? Like you are no longer sending 50
I
invitations?
am not doing that anymore. It probably would make all my parties be over $1,000, but I just don't have the time in my life right now to mail for them 50 invites.
Can I say that I'm doing the 5 mini catalog invites like that for my virtual parties, and it's made a huge difference.
Uh-huh.
So
I was just
anyone
gonna
who
ask that
hasn't
if that
tried
makes
that,
a difference for virtual parties.
Yes, I do need people are sending invites and stuff like that for virtual parties too.
the sticker looks a little different, but it's in that Evernote that we posted today.
Mhm.
And it really encourages the host to get 5 outside orders. And the host I have right this month is actually one I had 3 months ago, and she asked for 15 of them. So, I mean, she really, really liked it. So just an idea.
And on the call today, you guys will hear Kayla say she really emphasized 5 outside orders, especially this month in July. You need to be telling your team members, please, on your virtual parties, your goal is to get $650 in sales and get 5 outside orders before outside of those virtual parties, because they really are going to need this month to help them get to $650. Okay. So back to the sheet here. So the next thing, that's the note letter right here. This is what is on this guy, this right here. Okay. Word for word, what I do. Okay. So you guys can just copy it down and write it yourself. There's a picture of my envelope. Okay. Here are my themes for cooking shows. Okay, this is that selection guide. This is what I take to every one of my cooking shows and talk about the themes that I offer. So then it's broken down into wine, cheese, and chocolate. Here's everything you need for a wine, cheese, and chocolate show. Okay, here is the wine tasting scorecard. Here's the cheesy bruschetta recipe, the peanutty brownie, the fruit topped pizza, and then chocolate lava cake. All of the recipes I do for a wine, cheese, and chocolate right there. Here is the grocery list. Bruschetta, peanutty brownie. There's a chocolate fondue. There's a fruit top pizza. Okay, here, moving on to Mexican fajita. There's my rush hour fajitas. There's my fiesta chicken dip. These are the 2 that I do the most for my margarita fajita. Then here's the margarita recipe. Here's an example of a grocery list for the fiesta chicken dip. There's one for the rush hour fajitas. There's the margaritas. Here's a salad sangria party. There's 2 different salad recipes. Here's my sangria recipe. Here's the California Cobb salad with the sangria recipe. There's the Southwestern salad. I could not think of an easier way to get you guys this information. So here is literally everything that I do for my cooking shows to make them successful. So if you have team members that are doing a cooking show, this document is their friend. This will help them so much. It's a step-by-step how to do your cooking show.
Can y'all do an Evernote training?
What was that?
Can y'all do an Evernote training? Like how to make...
They had them at conference last year.
They do have them
Really?
at conference.
Somebody just posted today, I saw that on one of the director pages or something, they posted a video on Evernote, how to do Evernote.
I will tell you, I have taken some of the trainings and stuff, but I mean, really, honestly, and truly, I've taught a lot myself. I just know the bare basics of how to add a note. But if you just have Evernote, you can actually save these documents to your Evernote. And so all you have to do is click on them and they pull up, so you don't necessarily have to know anything other than go in your Evernote and click on them and pull them up. So
Okay.
But in that, then you can click on like, so like in here, if you're wanting, see like on the side here, these are my notes. These are my notebooks. So if I click on my notebooks, I have the Pampered Chef, I have recruiting, and I have virtual parties. And so like if I click on the virtual parties, then it takes, me to some of the stuff for virtual parties. But if you add a plus, that's how you add a new document. You can title it, and this is where you can add pictures. Like you literally just take the picture and drop it in here. So that's how I took pictures of all that stuff, and I literally just drug it and put it in there. And then it will save automatically. What I like about it is automatically when you add something to it, it's there. Like you don't have to even save it. Like it's just there, right there, automatically. And then when you are ready to, let me see. So like, see how this one, the Running Successful Virtual Party, up here in the corner, it says share. Then all you have to do is click on link. You guys keep getting in my way. Hold on, I'm sliding you over. Then all you have to do is copy it. It's been copied, then go into wherever you're wanting to paste it and paste it. So you can take any of these documents and share them with others. So, and that really is the basics of what you need to know. So, I do like Evernote. I don't use it a ton, honestly. Some people are like crazy psycho with it. Like they put all their recipes, I don't have time for that in my life. So, I use it for the documents and the things that I need, and that's basically what I use it for. So, okay. So, you guys are looking tired and stretching and yawning. So my main thing I wanted to let you guys know is about the new consultant training. That cooking show training is there, but also just being sure that you're reaching out to your teams this month and we are qualifying. That is our biggest goal this month. Okay. The special is amazing with the double free and the Rock Crocs at 60% off. You can't get a better special than that. So it's a great special. Be sure that your teams understand though the $650. Don't let them make that mistake. Okay, when my very first, and I still to this day don't know if I told her right or not, but one of my hosts said that she didn't realize that they had to get $650, and we got her there. But you want them to know that they're not just telling their host, "Hey, it's double free month, have a party with me," and then they're like, "Oh, but it has to get to $650." Okay, you guys know how to make virtual parties get to $650, but I'll tell you, your new consultants are going to be needing to be sure to tell people to get outside orders, okay, along with running the virtual party. So that's super important. Do you guys have any questions about, the checklist, the director checklist of what you guys need to be doing in a month? Any of that kind of stuff? You guys feel okay with all of that? Melissa, Marissa, are you guys thinking about coming up next Sunday?
I know we talked about it. I don't think we.
Yes.
We'd love to see you guys.
Guys.
I think that we've kind of talked about it. The day before that is Marissa's baby's first birthday party in Waco, and we've kind of talked about carpooling, and because it's an 8.5 hour drive from me, and it's a 4-hour drive for Marissa. So we're gonna try and come.
Yay! We would love that.
I'm excited.
So what's going to happen, I just talked to Judy today. Guys, I'm telling you, the Marriott is flipping expensive. So originally, I didn't know that we couldn't bring food in. Like we, as the directors, couldn't bring in food. But so then they send me the list to the food, and it's like per hors d'oeuvre, $3 to $5 per hors d'oeuvre. I'm like, we no. I mean, literally for she sent me the price list. I was like, okay, so tell me what some queso, some lemonade, and there's one other thing, like some nuts. Okay. I said, tell me what the price would be for that. $400 for lemonade, nuts, and some queso with chips. I'm just like,
no.
Outrageous. And so Judy was like, Melody, you don't do food. I'm like, that's not like me though. She's like, Melody, you don't do food. So they will let me bring in cake. So I will have a cake, made like we usually do. But I'm just going to let our teams know, since it starts at 6 o'clock, you guys can bring in a drink. We will have water. You guys do get water. Water's free, no. But it's like $50 for a jug of lemonade with some cups next to it. I thought that is outrageous. Some people may not even like lemonade. So,
shepherd's pie, because that's kind of like a cake. So, like
shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's
but she
pie.
said I could bring in some candy, so like I can lay candy around at the tables. But I'm just going to let our teams know. So us as directors, we're going to go get food. So you guys we're going to go eat. So the director training, you can get there at 1:30. That's just basically going to be, where you guys can chit chat and talk and stuff. And 2 o'clock is when the training will start. 2 to 4:30 is when our director training will be. Okay. Then we're going to go break for dinner. We're going to go eat dinner 4:30 to 6. And then we're going to come back. And then that's when our consultants will be coming in. And then it will be from 6:30 to 9 will be the training. So does that all make sense? Something else that I need to talk to you guys about, we're going to be doing raffles for product giveaway, because it is $400 for just to rent this facility. So to help get some of the money back, Judy suggested this, and the consultants love raffles and giveaways and stuff anyways. So basically they're going to be buying these raffles and we're going to raffle off some products. Judy's actually shipping me from home office a bunch of products too, that we're going to be included in the raffle, stuff that we can't necessarily get anymore, if you know what I mean, like stuff that she has access to that we don't have access to anymore. So stuff that's on the outlet that's went away, people are fighting over that kind of stuff. So she's shipping a bunch of that stuff to me. So that's going to be included in the drawings too. But if you guys wouldn't mind to bring with you a product, and it can be just in the range of $20, $25, just something that you already have on hand, an extra of, if you guys wouldn't mind, and then and I'm going to be in charge of bringing a bigger, more of like a grand prize kind of thing. So, and I'll post this on our page.
I call the multi-grater and slicer.
Okay.
Dang it.
Everyone's like, man.
I just gave a multi-grater and slicer away today.
Did you?
I had 2. So I gave one away.
I feel bad even to give those things away now.
I have
Get rid of them. Is that cool?
What?
I got some gluten-free pizza crust. Is that cool? Can I just throw that in?
I would say
You can throw that in with a stoneware.
many will bid on that item. So try maybe to pick some things that people actually want. No, but there will probably be people that will actually be excited about that multi-grater because they haven't used it yet, nor do they know that it's awesome. I like it okay. I'm not, there's a lot of other products I like better. So
I've never tried it and I never will.
You should
Like the
see
cheese
Todd and I
grater.
trying to do like snow cone ice with it. I was handing the base, like almost laying on top of it, and then Todd was like cranking it with his arm, and I was like, this is a horrible 2-step process, and we're baking like shaved ice, and I put it in my Ninja in 0.5 seconds. It went, and it was snow cone ice. I was like, yeah, we're not using this again for snow cone ice.
It's not terrible for potatoes.
What?
Not live worthy.
Yeah. It's potato. It does okay on potatoes.
It does okay on anything that I've tried. Okay on cheese, except that it gets stuck. Horrible on ice. I will never do it on ice again. That was the worst thing ever.
I tried shredding lettuce with it. The lettuce turned to water and a lot of spots.
So who won the cookware?
I need to post that too. I need to go in and see, and then I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. I'll probably do that drawing live, honestly. I'll probably so there's no one that's like, she cheated. She just picked someone out of a bowl. I'll probably.
What is this cookware drawing about?
Anyone that recruited last month got placed in the cookware drawing where they can pick a piece of cookware.
Oh, I recruited, so I should be in that drawing.
By like pick your own, you mean like the cookware set, though, right? I can pick
Yeah.
Not single pieces. Single pieces. Cookware.
Nominate some cookware.
Cookware. All right, ladies. I will let you all go. I hope this was helpful. I appreciate you all so very much. I'm going to send this link to those directors. And if you have directors that weren't on this call, tell them how important it is to watch this video.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I will no longer be sending out that entire document.
Good.
Is the Oklahoma City team?
Oh,
just
yes.
did
Yes. Thank you, Becca. We are teaming up with another team that from Oklahoma City that also hit executive a month after us. And so they're driving from Oklahoma City up here. So they'll probably be around, hopefully 30 from our team, 30 from their team around in this. That's why we had to rent out a bigger facility. And so that's where we're doing it at the Marriott down there too, because they're coming from Oklahoma City. I thought if they're willing to drive, 2 hours to get here so we can do this training together, I'm willing to do it, in Tulsa. So instead of up here. So, but it'll be really good. I've been talking to Ellington. Her directors, her team, they're doing the exact same things we are. We're going to talk tomorrow to find out how we want to do our recognition, for the meeting. So it may be a little bit different than what we typically do. Anything that we don't cover in that meeting, I'll probably go live and cover the next day. So, but if you want to go ahead and post on your personal team, since we're waiting till the 16th, if you guys want to go ahead and post on your personal teams, your top, recruiter, top in sales or whatever, and go ahead and let them know that. I'm fine with that. I won't probably say top 5. And I'm going to ask Ellington today what all they recognize. So I'll find that out tomorrow and then decide if I'm going to go ahead and announce top 5 or what I'm going to do there. So, yep.
Good night.
I'm trying to read your comment here. Sorry. Okay. I was just making sure I saw your question, Kayla.
That was a long time ago. I don't even remember what it said.
That's okay. All right, ladies, let's make July great. I know we can do it. If you need tips, you need help, I'm going to be scheduling some calls with some of you. Anyways, I've already had a call with Jessica already. So.
Yeah, I have a call with her tomorrow.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. All right. Well, Kayla, tell Laura and Christy to watch. Melissa, tell all your girls to watch.
Hello.
So.
All right, bye.
Bye, ladies. Have a good night.
All right.
Bye.